Hey Aries, welcome to Key Wisdom Tarot. Ruth here with your intuitive reading for the month of June. Tiny's here in the house, ready to help us work, okay? I'm ready to get the messages. This is a completely intuitive reading, so I have absolutely no idea whether it's going to be about love or work or money or success or whatever it's going to be about. However, my intentions for this reading are always, well, my intentions and how I live my life is to acknowledge what you're experiencing, accept your reality, and tell the truth. And the intentions of this reading is that you can actually do the same for yourself. Okay, we are ready to go. This is the energy that you're going to be entering the month of June with, and we start lovely with the Magician energy. The underlying energy that's producing this energy, where this energy is coming from, what's encouraging you is justice. Okay, so balance and harmony. Either you creating balance and harmony in your life, or a sense of justice, like you feeling maybe like you've been wronged, maybe like there's something that needs to be put right. It feels and as if you're embracing a challenge, or you're embracing a new chapter. There could have been something new information that's come to you. The card in this position here is where you've been at. So where you've been at is so your past, if you will. And yeah, we've definitely got some sort of opening energies, or energies opening up for you. This is the Four of Swords is a card of rest and respite, sanctuary, being able to take time out to heal, being able to take time out to reflect. This is where you've been at. This is your recent past. Energy, your excuse me just a second, this is an intuitive reading, so I'm getting some interesting energies coming through here. Some of you, there's a sticking kind of energy here. There's a clarifiers come through for you, so we'll see when we clarify the card, okay? But there's some of you may be stuck on something on this healing process. This might give us more information. Okay, going forward into the future, so into the month of June, what can we be expecting? Excellent. So again, active energy. Again, we've got masculine energy here, and we've got wand energy. So we're being, that's interesting. You feel as though you're being guided on this next stage, on this next phase, on whatever it is you're trying to create. You feel as if you're being guided in a direction, pulled in a certain direction. So we'll, as I said, we'll clarify all these as we go. And then we have some outcomes at the bottom here. This is interesting. I'm feeling the energy that you are releasing. You have released, or you are releasing, or you're in the process of releasing at the end of May. Something that you've been attached to for some time, whether that's a person, etc. We'll look, the cards will tell us that as we continue through the reading. Okay, so we'll clarify as we go, but sometimes they come out when they come out. Okay, I want to look at the card at the base of the reading. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. So this is kind of like a pervading sort of energy of what you've been experiencing, and of kind of the sort of the space that you now encounter, or the space that you feel that you feel like you might have been encountering. Excellent. So we're moving on. You're moving forward. Clearly, really good. Okay, what I feel, the Knight of Pentacles, or Pentacles energy, is about our energy to create, the energy that we put in to manifest something, to discover something about ourselves, to build something. And it's like this is the no stone left unturned card, the kind of the focused perseverance to manifest. So focused perseverance to manifest. It feels like you have been trying to create something, build something, establish something, and it's taken time. So you enter the month of June, if you will, in this energy of the Magician, supported by the Justice card here. So I will clarify this card, but the Magician energy, it's like what I'm feeling for you this over this time period, Aries, is this sort of, it's not necessarily, I want to say confident, because you will be acting outwardly confidently. You know, you'll be doing things, you'll be creating. I feel like you've, as I said, you've got this energy of being pulled in a certain direction. Let's have a look specifically of what, oh, there's one on the top that wants to look at. This one wants to come out, the Hanged Man. Yeah, because you have been stuck. I feel you have been stuck. Oh, these two cards just came out. So three cards just came out. Okay, so this might give us a bit of a bit of an indication. I feel like you have been stuck in the energy of the Four of Swords for some time. You may have felt that you have been stuck, unable to move on, unable to understand, unable to know what you want to do. But it's interesting when we see these energies supporting the Magician. So we've got the Four of Wands, the King of Wands, the World card. So the Four of Wands is that you know, substantial foundations, happy foundations that we can build on. It's like you've found something within yourself. You've located something within yourself because of this time period. You discovered something that you want to do, that you understand, that you want to create, that you want to build. Maybe that for some of you is just about your healing, you know, just in general, wanting to overcome something in your past or whatever. But I feel like it really is about really what I said about acknowledging your truth and your reality, and you've had time to be able to, and space to be able to, with these energies here, including the Hanged Man, you've had time and space to be able to sit and acknowledge your reality and reflect on what it is you want. So you enter this month leaving behind kind of the energy of the Hanged Man and into the energy of the of feeling secure, able to build with the Four, but also with the King of Wands, feeling confident and kind of ready to kind of take action, moving toward the things that you want to move toward. I'm interested to look at these past energies, because this is, yeah, this is the thing that I think that you're stuck on. I feel very strong here. So for some of you now, it gives me an indication that it could be a love situation that you've been stuck on. You may have been trying to get over someone, trying to heal from someone or from something, maybe someone or something that did you dirty. You know your life, so if it's vice versa, it's vice versa. Maybe someone who did you dirty. Just because we've got this Justice energy, it's as if this kind of feeling isolated, feeling abandoned, feeling as if there is no refuge. It's interesting because this is inside of the church, if you will, and this is outside of the church. So it's as if it was a kind of a rude awakening almost for you. Once you did sit and reflect on how you feel and on what you think and on what you understand about this situation that's calling for justice, once you did think about that and reflect on it, you felt abandoned, you felt left out in the cold, you felt refused entry, you felt, the word stifled just came to mind. I don't know why, but maybe some of you did feel stifled, because these cards don't sort of generally talk about that, but that's what the word that I got. Inside out, it's almost as if what was really buried for you deep beneath the surface, if you will, inside out. The Hermit's on the bottom here as well now. It's as if what was inside was exposed, what was only pondered by you or by another person, what was only ever pondered, what was only ever within, in a sense, reflecting on it has made things come to light for you, and it's made you feel, or the other person feel, this type of energy unfair. I want to just clarify this Justice energy. Like, what is this about? because this is kind of the driving force of everything that you've been encountering. So it does feel, there's two energies here, yeah. So it does, and there's the Seven of Cups on the bottom there. Does feel like there was, as I said, maybe someone did you dirty, or maybe there was something that was, you know, element of self-sabotage. This power, this is the word that's coming to my mind when I mind games, power, mind games. These are the words that are coming to my mind. Now we do have 4, 5, and 6, so there is progress and moving through this, and I feel like that's what it's been. I feel like you have been, or vice versa, I've had to recover from something, and it's been like a step-by-step kind of process. It's been a step-by-step healing, and it feels like it's because of this. It feels like someone potentially there was maybe mind games involved, or power. There was an imbalance of power. There was an imbalance somewhere in a connection, or maybe if it's work for some of you, you know your life, but there was an imbalance really, and that imbalance was brought about by this type of energy, i.e. there was somebody else that was kind of controlling what was known, controlling what was seen, controlling what was heard, controlling what was communicated. There was somebody else that was controlling that, and that, whether that was you or another person, if you were involved in, you know, your life, you've had to reflect on that. You've had to reflect on, and you have successfully reflected on it. It's a very karmic situation that you encountered. I feel for some reason this has been going on for 4 months for some of you. It feels like that time period around 4 months, or this year, and finally you're coming out of that energy. And because of this kind of exposed, you know, kind of vulnerability that you have experienced and felt, because of having to deal with this situation, i.e. think it through, reflect on it, recognize how it's affected your actions, etc. Because you've had to go through that process, you have now fully understood and overcome, and there's this energy now of being ready to move forward and wanting to move forward, and of releasing attachment as well. There's this energy of releasing attachment that comes with this card, that's coming in again. So having physical reaction with this card in a specific area, and that tells me that it's your attachment to something that you are releasing by taking the action of the Page of Wands. Now this could be your actions. It's inspired action. This energy of like feeling inspired to move or inspired to go. So there could be some sort of surprise coming in. I feel like this is for this. Yeah, there's some sort of something's coming. It's like you're bringing about your actions, these actions that you've been stuck on or stuck in. It's like that's bringing about, yes, clarity of where you want to go, of where you want to move forward, but also victory. There's knowing, there's understanding, and there's wisdom here. But this card is knowing, different from understanding. Knowing is understanding is felt from within. Knowing is seen. So that means that if something was hidden, now we know. We're not guessing. We're not just trusting our intuition that someone lied to us. We have confirmation that someone lied to us. This is what this energy represents, if you will, the Ace of Swords. Not saying that anyone's lied. That's just an example. I feel like you're destined to find something out, or your input into overcoming this situation or understanding it is the thing that is bringing about this clarity and awareness, and this thing that you need to let something go, or that you're ready to release something. You're ready to release your attachment to something. Now we've got another 4 here in the 4 of Pentacles, and we can see that in this card we're holding on. You know, this is a card of stability. It's interesting. 4, 5, 4 5, we've got the 4 and 5, you know, we've got 4 5, 4 5, so it's 9, that's related to the Hermit. 9 is also related to foundations as well, what's beneath the ground, what's beneath the surface. It's also related to your to spirituality. I feel like there is an element of, in this reading, of spiritual power, i.e. claiming or reclaiming your spiritual power. Some of you may have been in relationships that were toxic, or that were I don't like to say that these type of terms, to be honest with you, but gaslit or narcissistic tendencies. It sounds dramatic, and I think it is dramatic, because ultimately the only thing that's going on in that situation is that we fail to accept our own reality. So we always know the truth, we always understand the truth within. Do you remember the difference? And yet our behaviours may be like that. Our behaviours may not show. So we might be unhappy in a relationship, but we pretend and carry on the outside as though everything's cool. But inside we understand that something's not right, or something's not balanced, or something's not where we want it to be. So this energy, I feel like it's about letting go of it's release isn't the right word, but there is an attachment that is being let go of. So whether that's a way of thinking or perceiving something, and maybe that's the information that comes through, but it's brought about by the actions that you take, and the direction that you are wanting to move in now and feel pulled in, if you will. Okay, let's look at outcomes then for this month. So we've got the 5 of Cups, we've got the Queen of Cups, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So we are moving on. You are moving on, Aries. This energy, I feel like in a way these two energies are linked to each other. The 7 of Cups, yeah. Look, these are the kind of energies that you've been dealing with in this space in the recent past. You've been dealing with this type of energy, and this confusion, and you know, this kind of purge and release sort of energy. It means that it is felt. Now look, we've got 555 now. 5 is the number of change, it's the number of obstacles. So and obviously it's 2021 this year, and it is that number of, and that is this year. And you know, it's about acknowledging that we've been fighting ourselves this year. The whole of 2021 is about acknowledging that we've been fighting our own realities, and that we have to just basically, the way to have harmony and balance is just to accept, is to do these things, is to acknowledge what we're experiencing, is to accept our reality, and is to tell the truth, what we know, what we not what we know, what we understand, what's within. And it feels like you've been kind of battling that in a way for the last 4 months. And it's not been kind of it's been suffering. There's 3 types of suffering in mindfulness when we talk about traditional Tibetan mindfulness, and the suffering for suffering's sake. But that's the first type of suffering. So feeling pain so that you know that you can feel pain. But then the suffering to learn, and this feels like suffering to learn. So, and I feel like within this process that you've been going through, this reflection, etc., in your recent past, you understood within that the suffering was necessary, because it had to be felt, because you had to let things be felt, you had to let things be seen, you had to let your conscious mind kind of accept and acknowledge the truth of what you're actually experiencing. You know, this is showing me that it's been felt, it has been felt, it is being felt, and that's okay. Like, you're okay with that. This is part of what you need, and you understand that. And we see here now this, because all the divine feminines are about what's within. The divine feminine is about your inner understanding, and the Queen of Cups is about understanding your emotional self and what you're feeling and what is felt. And we're looking at this, we're not running away from it, we're not disguising it, we're not hiding away from it. And this is something that is to be treasured. You now recognize and are drawn in that sort of being drawn in that direction of recognizing that what is felt is important, that what I feel is important. And this is the thing that's giving you and providing you this brand new opportunity moving forward. It's as if this is what you found within yourself. And it's as if this process has brought about this new found, discovered place of security and a balance for you. So whether it is you're walking away from a difficult relationship or a difficult job situation, you recognize that the struggle was worth it and necessary, because it's helped you to acknowledge what you're experiencing and accept your reality. And that's the thing that's driving you forward now, this feeling of balance. That's the thing that's driving you forward now in the month of June. All right, my darlings, I hope you like that reading. I will see you again next month in July for your brand new readings, and just keep a check out, because I will be doing an announcement as well about what's going to be happening on my channel going forward, and I'm really excited because I've got a meeting on Friday, so I'll tell you all after Friday. Okay, my darlings, have a wonderful month, and I'll see you all again next month in 4 weeks time for your next reading. Take care, my darlings. Bye.